Welcome back everyone to Let's Play GearCity. I think this is episode number 6, but I lost track. I'm trying to do a little bit of backlogging of recording before I jump on a vacation, in which I won't be able to record, so let's jump right into it then. In the last episode we finished on a mediocre note. The good news is the factory's ready, but the bad news is I had this very strange thing where it looks like it was like half ready. Obviously I was producing an amount that I could not produce with just New York. And it showed 174, and I must have just been doing something wrong, or I don't know what was going on. Because this month we are producing close to 500. Now, I kind of want to do a little bit of damage control on the quality of damage we've been doing. So what I want to do is take this down quite a lot. Maybe we'll take it down here. No, I might even go even lower. Maybe down here. I would like to get up to 36 quality again. I don't know what exactly affects this, but my main motivation here is because I'm seeing that the type rating and the rating itself is just plummeting on the easy. It's just plummeting. And ironically, I mean not ironically, it's not ironic, it's just odd, or I don't understand the reason. Is really it's questionable or incomprehensible. The rating on my TT, which I've been boosting the quality for, is also falling. I don't really know how to explain that. Because the TT, if anything, should be getting higher quality ratings, considering she is being very carefully produced in the most luxurious manner, the most quality manner. And by that I mean we only produce, what, 2 of them a month? Because we're that particular. We only produce 2 of these vehicles a month for an entire line. Which is practically a waste of a line, but really what it is a great way to increase our quality, which we'd like to get up there. Now both of these cars are still making money. I mean, it's weird to think that the TT is making money. I'm not sure if it is making like a huge amount of money at this point. But anyway, definitely at least the EZ is making money, and the TT needs to make more money, but it'll eventually transition into my high mass-produced one. I don't know if we really juggled this all quite right, but anyways, it is what it is. We're already there. Okay, anyway. So we are going to cut down the number of EZs we're producing. I might even drop it more. So yeah, let me assign 63 of them. And how are we doing over here? Like 366 is just crazy. The one little tick of this is 7 cars. It is crazy. That is nuts. Alright, well we'll just leave it at 358. I don't remember what it was, but this is more cars than we really need, and we're going to sell quite a lot now. Again, still waiting for the TT to kick into production. Okay, but before we do more of this like management of the resources and try to figure out how to get things working here, the main thing I want to do, first thing I want to do, not main, but just very comically, let's step into the realm of the car reviews. Wow, we got some crazy jazzy music here. I'm a little bit too jazzy for my taste. Just quickly reset that. And now there is a jukebox somewhere. There it is, and that's not a jukebox, but basically it serves the same purpose. And we can actually select what songs we want, I believe. So anyway, somewhere in here is the reviews, and I think it's worth reading the reviews that we have on the Faetonity. This is the original car we produced, the EZ. We had access to the EZ for a while now. It surprised us more than everyone else, or the Warwick. Is it worth the price? Check it out. Powered by 9 horsepower, blah blah blah, that moves the Faetonity EZ in not applicable and 21 miles per hour. Not applicable being the acceleration, I believe. It doesn't have an applicable. We can't measure its acceleration. We can't help but think that the Phaeton could use a little extra performance. It is just barely adequate for a daily driver. It's the type of car that holds up traffic. Of course, performance is a metric of 2 things, power and drivability. If you're looking for the strongest, toughest vehicle on the market, look no further. This model offers a magnificent 66 newton meters of torque. It can tow 10 kilograms, which, by the way, is like, a bag of flour. It can rip the tires right off the rims if you hit the pedal hard enough. It's truly an amazing machine. On the track testing, the Shell Corporation EZ did have some slight issues. It did not design it to be on track, but it should have better handling than it does. That might not be a problem, but it's still subpar. Fine. Insides, we are mortified when we began interior testing of the EZ. Vehicle lacks basic features you'd expect in a toy car. The Flintstones had more comfortable rides. It is because of abhorrent lack of oversight by Shell Corporation that we have no reason to recommend this vehicle when it comes to comforts. Cargo is one of 401 liters of space. It's better than most vehicles of its type. Serious effort goes into every EZ produced. The build quality of these vehicles is amazing. We could not find a single flaw in its construction while we were testing it. Everything fits properly and nothing is misaligned or misplaced. That's pretty good. The Shell, okay, so long term, that's the short term. Here's the long term. Is easily one of the most dependable vehicles ever made. It's excellently designed and excellently produced. And with just a little TLC, tender loving care, will last forever and a decade. There's nothing spectacular about the fuel economy, 16.3 miles per gallon. It's about what you'd expect. They could put a little more effort into the EZ's efficiency, but the numbers are not a deal breaker. Just keep in mind, more fuel economy would pay off if you have to drive it for a while. The EZ is darn near invulnerable to damage. You can drive it through walls, you can run it into other cars, you can drop it from an airplane, and you're not likely to find a dent. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but it's not an exaggeration to say you can do all of the above and still find an intact cabin. Yes, the safety of the EZ is unprecedented in the automotive industry. It is the safest vehicle to ever go to market. It's full of cutting edge, I believe, safety technologies. And the structure is so well engineered that you can't even tell from the inside that you smashed into a wall at 100 miles per hour, especially because the top speed of this thing is 21. Right. It's seriously safe. Okay, anyway, the conclusion. When you drive the EZ, you'll see other Phaetons, I guess, on the road and think to yourself, why would anyone buy anything other than the Shell Core EZ? Simple answer, they're stupid. And that sets us up nicely for the TT, which is basically the same thing, but we redesigned it. I guess I made it a little bit better, but a little bit worse in some aspects. I think overall it's a better vehicle, but it's cheaper, so we did also cut some more corners. We just did it in a way which should have made the Phaetonity TT a better car as a Phaeton than the EZ. But, we cut some corners. So, although it's a better rated vehicle, I think just the raw numbers, I believe, were better. It's like the overall rating might have been identical. And I think the specific was only up by 1 point or something. So, anyway, here we go. We've been waiting on to see this vehicle in person. We can make our opinions known. Is it truly better than the class leader, the Cashmere, or even the lowly Warwick better than it? So I guess the Cashmere and the Warwick are two other Phaetons. Normally we take the vehicles out on the track as our first test. To be honest, we tried, but the TT is so slow, it took us nearly 3 hours just getting out of the parking lot. And that shows you how dreadful this Phaeton is. The 9 horsepower, 839 RPMs, 2.7 liter engine, i3 engine is grossly underpowered. Interestingly enough, if you waited all week, you could power the TT up to a top speed of 21 miles per hour, same as the previous, and accelerate full throttle with a not applicable time. We found with 74 newton meters of torque, the machine can tow an impressive 10 kilograms. So even though it has a little bit more torque and a little bit better of an engine, it can still only tow that flour bag. On the curves, the TT is good, very good. It's scary how fast you can hit the armpit curve, whatever. Scary how fast? Well, I can tell you how fast. You can hit it at 21 miles per hour. You can toss and turn this Phaeton until you vomit, and you won't even hear a peep from the tires, maybe because you can only go 21 miles per hour. The TT is awesome, so in a nutshell, the TT is slow as a rock. It's just funny how the mood of the article changes from one sentence to the other. Now, this is obviously automatically generated, so I actually think it does a very good job. These articles are very comical. I'm reading them specifically because I think that they're great. In the insides, when it comes to the comfort and luxury, The TT isn't going to win any awards. We already know this. It actually got like, it has basic necessities, so it looks like it's slightly better. Basketball players and sumo wrestlers should avoid the TT. There's 399 liters of cargo space, so you can see this dropped from 401 to 399. I probably compacted it a little bit for savings. The build quality of these vehicles is amazing. We could not find a single flaw. Same actually as before, same paragraph. Why did Shell Corporation, I should have done Corp, but anyway, decide to create an indestructible vehicle? Maybe it was bragging rights. It certainly wasn't for their parts revenues. The Fa Eternity TT is an enigma. It is the most reliable vehicle we've seen. We've driven it without lubrication for 2 weeks, not a single problem. Of course, Shell Corp doesn't recommend we doing that. It will shorten the life of the vehicle. Ha, we said. So we ran it another week. It's still going. If driving without lube shortens life, how long will it go without it? With it? Millennia from now, when humans have wiped out civilization, there might only be Fa Eternity TTs left to mark that we were the owners of this planet. Far-fetched, but so is driving 3 weeks without a lube. We wouldn't call the TT a truly green vehicle, but it's 18.8 miles per gallon, which is better than the previous, remember, because this is fuel economy, I think, is a concern. Anyway, it's good enough. The engineers, we found out that the TT was designed to be nuclear bomb proof, which is especially interesting in 1906, before the concept of a nuclear bomb even existed, and by some decades even. So these guys were really, really pulling out the stops, testing nuclear bombs on it. Anyway, while we don't really know if that is a bluster, or that is bluster, we do sort of believe them, especially when it ran through the concrete brick during crash testing without leaving a dent on the hood. Anyway, I just love these. These articles are pretty funny. I didn't expect them to be so good. I mean, I don't think anybody expects the writing to be that good, but that was very good. All right, so now back to the problem at hand after 12 minutes of fluff. Yeah, so despite the fact that we have been pulling this negative income for quite a long time, it's now time to right our wrongs and to sell the EZ. Like seriously sell it. So we cut it down to 2850. I think we might cut it down to 2800 even. Apply, and we might need more markets for it to sell into, but let's try one more. Let's try one more time. Okay, yeah, our reserves are going up too high. We need to sell more of these. We can sell the TT at a higher price, actually. So we'll go ahead and do that. Apply to all. This one, let's keep dropping, and I think the main thing is actually we need to get more markets for it. We don't have enough markets, and specifically because the Chicago factory is so huge, we need to look for markets near Chicago. And I don't know if there's anything like this. Okay, Detroit maybe is 400,000, 450. Well, Cincinnati wouldn't be bad. I don't know if they have like radius effects, like if you put two right next to each other, are they considered completely independent markets? Or if you are able to put one in Cincinnati, will people from Columbus maybe drive over and buy a vehicle there? I don't know. Be a good question. This game is so complicated, I could actually see it happening. So I think we should open a branch in Detroit. Just a basic branch. I don't need too much there. And probably also, I know I mentioned it, but Cincinnati, which has the highest other population in this area. And then maybe we need to also go to, we definitely need to go to Baltimore. Let's get a branch in Baltimore. Build a branch there. Okay, so hopefully that'll help us with our selling problems. If I wanted to look at where we're selling things, Chicago is only selling 29 of these. That's just a very big problem for us. We need to be selling more than 29 in Chicago. It's like our stomping grounds. So, yeah, let me go over and actually reduce. I mean, we're not selling them anyway, so we might as well be getting a quality boost for it. Let's just drop this down to like 302. 288. Okay, let's go back over to New York and drop this down a little bit more. Well, I was hoping to get to more than plus 0.01, but that's fine. Let's just do this and see how we're doing. Alright, Still outproducing what we sell. Still selling all the TTs. Alright, sorry about that, I had to sneeze. We're making negative money, but as soon as we can get the pricing on this thing right, we're going to sell it just like a ton of it. So let's just keep dropping the price. And see where we can hit that sweet spot. Still not there, although we're now positive. So you can see we're getting closer. Let's also open up a little bit of advertising in those new places. I think we'll just add 1,000 basically to everything. Oops, not that. Milwaukee already has it. So everyone has marketing, good. About 1,000. You would think $1,000 of marketing back in 1905 or 1906 would go a really long way. Excuse me, but I don't know. We're also selling a car for like $3,000. You know, it just seems preposterous. Truly preposterous. All right, we're going to cut down the price on this a little bit more. Though I feel like we're kind of getting close. Oh my gosh, we're just making so much money now. Still slightly outproducing what we sell. And before long, we're going to be switching lines. God, I can feel it. Just going to do one of these. I mean, what's the difference between 2 and 1? It's just so inconsequential. Just get the quality up. That's the main thing we're looking at. In which case, we can also raise the cost to $4,900, I guess. We'll drop this one down to $2,500. I still think we're going to make a lot of money on this. Don't prove me wrong. Yes, yes, yes. Still produced more than we sold, too. And we can leave this right where it is. 3 people wanted the TT at $5,000 or whatever dollars it is. Only one person, one lucky winner gets it. We are increasing the quality of this. Let's see, is that having any impact? I want to check a few things. First, let's check the reports to see how our prestige and image is going. Okay, we are good, average, average, average. But this is all an improvement. We've made it to average. Yes, we're average. Yes. No, but our image is good. Obviously, the luxury, performance racing, quality, these are ones we're probably going to have to do a mark. And I haven't learned really how to do that well yet. So this series may end up being a short one. We kind of got the basic game flow down. I may call it to a close after, like 10 episodes or so. Because I'd really like to restart with a better knowledge of the game, which is going to take me time to play this off camera, maybe a whole month. The game has really good depth. I love it. It's a great Tycoon game. But there's more I need to learn before I can really do all the cool things like build my own mark, have like a racing mark, and then a luxury mark. We do want to do that eventually. I know that that's beneficial, but I don't fully understand the game mechanics behind that yet. So did we drop the price? I think we did, right? Let's drop it a little bit more, $2,450. Yeah, we're technically at $4,900, so let's go up to $4,950. Let's just see how far we can push those people before they break. All right, still producing more than we sell. Still have a lot of reserves. We're selling 17,000 in storage. Let's first of all bring the factory production down a little bit more, because again, I'm gonna have to bring it down in Chicago too, because I'm pretty sure that we're selling a lot. Like, let's go to the branches and actually take a look. Yeah, New York, Chicago, wait. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Sedan is ready. Issue with parts place. Labor issues, their workers are going on strike. This delaying shipments are keep most. The strike has reduced our production output for the month. Oh, that's probably why we had that 1 month where everything was delayed. Anyways, we haven't looked at contracts for a while. Let's take a look and see if we can... I guess we've been, not winning any of the contracts since I haven't gotten any notifications that we have a new contract. New competition, locations to new competition, new contract requests. I actually don't see any... Oh, there we go. There's some contracts denied here. Factory construction completed, but I don't see any contracts being Anyways, the Sedan engine, easy is finished. So we do have a sedan we can put on the market now. I will do a test run of this out of Chicago, since we have so many of these lines of the easy. We can probably cut back by one and assign that line to the seat and engine. We will go with quality for this, but I won't go crazy with it. Maybe assign 50. This will give us a +1 rating for that. I have no idea what to price these things at. We know that they take 1,150. I'm imagining that I have no idea what the sedan market is like. We'll go ahead and step boldly into 2,800. Because I still think that this is going to be a pretty quality thing. Okay, we got a lot of sedans here, including ones which are better than us and priced lower. Can we get away with 2,800? I'm less confident. Let's just apply, and I actually think that we have one line on this thing, but man, that might already be too much. Let's go and make it even more quality, because I am a little bit worried about this thing. I want that +2. Give me that +2. There it is. Okay. 36. Let's see how those sell. I expect that we're not going to do well with it, but at least our Phaeton will carry us no matter what. You know what? I actually think we should look at those contracts a little bit more carefully, though. Maybe there's something I can do here. Like, look at this. Our i3 almost qualifies in every category, except that it's about 100 times too low on horsepower. I mean, that's the only thing. You just got to overlook one thing, Argentina. It actually wants ones which are 663. That's insane. But, I mean, these are fun challenges to do. I do enjoy doing it. And I think we ought to build a pickup truck. Not that it's going to sell extremely well, but it'll qualify for all these contracts. If we have a racing vehicle, I think racing vehicles are not the way to go. Some chassis. Interesting. People want some chassis. Oh my gosh, if we could do... There's only one. When is it due by? We can do this! Alright, let's make a chassis which can qualify for this. I don't know what else we might want to do with it. But no matter what, if we win this contract, how many is it for? 672? I mean, that would be so lucrative. I think we're going to go for this. And right now, if we do it right now, we can do an 11-month development design time frame. That's pretty cheap. All right, let's go. Gives me something to do with all this money we're going to be raking in. I mean, probably shouldn't be so confident about it. We're just obviously doing abysmally, but we're still doing abysmally well enough to make $230,000. So not so bad. Okay, we're going to design a chassis. Let's pull up the contract first for chassis. It's the only one. Design a chassis. We'll do this advanced. No, I think we're going to go with the next length. Strength, safety, durability. We probably will go with the ladder frame. I think it's just the way we're going to go from now on. Yeah, let's do the ladder frame. Did they say what they want? So we'll take the cheapest one, I guess. Well, handling and drivability, you'd imagine that these are going to be important. The best one we have is the front engine rear wheel drive, which is very common anyway. I think we'll go with that. Yeah, this is probably going to need some handling, braking, performance. I don't think we need durability. So this one's easier to manufacture though. So seems like it's better in every way than the sliding pillars. We'll choose it, probably because the year available, it's just a newer thing. But we'll probably still go with the leaf spring for the rear. I do like this idea of keeping the rears, well, at least in this case the rear is a rear wheel drive, so it would kind of matter. But I still think I'm going to go with the leaf spring. Alright, so this is going to be the FR ladder. Am I going to do letters in front or letters after? Ladder FF? I guess I should do it in the order I pick them. So yeah, I will do ladder FR for this. Ladder FR swing. Yep, just ladder FR swing. Well, this is actually swing leaf. Yeah, anyway. And then we'll put a letter at the end, like an A. Because I imagine there'll be more of these. Anyway, how do we want to gear this thing out? Slider it out. Let's make our decisions. Yeah, it has to be... Length has to be under 1830. So I want to support a reasonable length engine, which means I'm just going to eat some price here. Since the width has 1600 as it, I don't really need to do anything with this, really. Cut this down for the project cost. It still supports a 1400. My previous one was a 1200. That's a good thing for us to like gauge based on. Okay, stability, I think we're going to want performance more than anything. So that's going to be to cut this down, but let's not go like insane. Let's almost go insane. 32, yeah, so it does cost something to do this. Just don't think comfort is a very big deal. It might be a big deal for whatever this is used for. This is a chassis, I can use this for anything. But we will decrease ride comfort as well. We don't have to be malicious about it, but since this one doesn't seem to impact anything other than it doesn't improve performance, does it? No, yeah, it really doesn't. So this one we'll just probably keep a little bit more normal. Just slide it back one. Performance, this is one thing we'd like to increase. Doesn't cost that much. 232, I mean, compared to 61 or 120 is the other chassis, right? 134. So this is one place to make back for our comfort, so we can drop the comfort here, probably. And then put it more into braking, but braking is also performance, right? Yep. And then durability, which I don't think is a big concern. And the durability, dependability on this thing is already very high, probably because of the leaf spring. So we'll drop that a little bit. Is that making a big difference as far as price goes? Yeah, it makes a big difference, actually. Okay, good. So we'll do this. I didn't track width. No, that one's fine. The frame height is mainly strength and overall. I don't think we need that, so we'll probably cut that down and just take our margins. Frame weight, we do want this lighter because it will increase performance. Also makes the whole thing cheaper. I might go pretty hard on this. Yeah. Oh, cost is going down. Just kidding. It increases comfort too. Lowers performance, but man, the cost is going down. So I hate to say it, but all right, what do we at? We're at 1140 and 1200s. And what's this one's? 12. Okay, so we can go narrower on this. Wait. Well, I imagine if the length we're supporting is 736, the width we don't need to support anything less. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll cut this width all the way down to 0 then, because the track width itself is going to be where we're. Yeah, okay, that actually makes it a lot cheaper, huh? 217 down to 219 down to 217 because the project cost a little bit. All right, cool. Performance, this is still the thing we would like to get up. That's pretty okay. Design ride control. Comfort, this is only for comfort. I don't think we care much about this one. We'll just keep it a little bit lower. Design strength, again, not a huge concern for me. Design requirements go down if I do this. Just lose a little bit of strength. This thing's already really strong. Again, I think it's because of the leaf spring. Or whatever it's called, the leaf bar. What is it called? Oh, yeah, it is called the leaf spring. I thought this was called the spring axle, so I thought I was confusing words. But nope, that's the leaf spring and the swing axle. Design dependability. We have a super dependable design already. So I feel like we can save ourselves a little money here. Development pace. We want this thing to take 11 months. So we can slow this down. Well, let's first do everything else we want to do. Performance, is this going to help? No, it's going to increase dependability and it's going to make it much more expensive. So we're going to look at that performance drop to 44. Let's put it back up to 45 maybe. Okay. And component quality. Again, 44 is probably what I would like. Okay, I was trying to see when the price like jumps. 190, that went up by 3 versus going up by 1, so that's probably where we want to sit. Dependability goes up when I do this. Price does not go up that much, so we'll leave it down. And then manufacturing, I think we'll just try to keep the performance at 43 there. So now we're down to 170, 31,000, very cheap. We can lower that even more. Yeah, 11 months, this will take 170. Now I want to make sure I have this right. It's due 1/19/08, so that is 11 months. Okay, good. So this is only going to cost 16,000. If this ends up being a bust, we don't really have to worry too much about it. But it may just win this contract, and if it does, I think it's going to make us a lot of money. So let's go ahead and build it. We'll call it in our usual manner. The ladder FR swing leaf. Oh. I guess we'll call it the swing, and then the A. Build. Okay, so that was fun. We did something R&D-ish. And we need to get back to the micromanagement of the economy and all that. Did we sell, by the way, any cars? We didn't hit end turn yet. Okay, fine. Let's end turn and see what happens. We didn't miss any sales. That's insane. We missed a ton of sales for the Sedan engine. Woohoo! Woohoo! All right, this is good. This is good. This is good. Oh, this is good. This is so good. This is so good. All right, so this means we need to, and we can, switch some of our factories off the EZ. So we'll do 144, and we'll switch those over to this. Make 109 of them. Was 109, yeah, we can raise the price as well, like a lot. Let's bring it up to 2,700 and let's see what happens. Come on, money, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, yes! Not actually making all that much, but we had the one person buying the Phaeton every time. What's this thing at now, 4,900? I forget, just something insane. We are now selling a lot more than we're producing. So the reserves are dropping down, storage costs will dip as well. I'm liking this. I'm liking where we're going. Eventually the EZ will phase itself out as well. We could, in fact, increase the production of those. Have they reviewed our new car? They have. All right, let's take a look. I haven't read this yet, so I'm not sure how funny it'll be or whatever, but we'll just read it. It's not every day one gets to drive a new automobile. Typically, you find yourself stuck with the same vehicle for at least 5 years before you purchase another one. And with the rate of depreciation and the amount of time we spend in traffic tests, what traffic? 1907? Man, I feel sorry for them. Wait till those guys get to 2000s. Jeez. Anyways, makes maybe the best sedan to enter the market. How does it compare? Let's find out. Sweet. On the track. We brought this to the track, and boy, expecting it to be the worst, and we were surprised. Isn't the fastest. We thought 23 horsepower, V4 engine, good fit for the model. We were able to draw 26 miles per hour, and we did a not applicable in terms of acceleration. This doesn't drop your jaw. The 85 newton meters of torque will spin the earth in the opposite direction. This baby can tow 10 kilograms, which seems to be common to all the vehicles. I'm ad-libbing this, but it seems to be common with all the Shell Corp vehicles. While impressed, The Easy isn't perfect on the track. It's still good enough for most people. Downright phenomenal in every respect when it came to handling. Passed them with ease and undoubtedly the best in the sedan class, maybe the best overall. Wow. Folks at Shelco should be proud of their creation. Very good. Let's skip to the insides. Interior is well designed. Yeah, it was a sedan. We were going for a little bit more luxury. Enough to support you over a long trip. And material qualities were not amazing. They're adequate. Optional features are standard here. Optional features in other vehicles are standard here. And it's an overall nice experience. 714 is all the space you get. So you should forget about how practical the vehicle is. That's like nearly double what my Phaetons have. And has just enough labor of love in it to make it better than most vehicles. Even though it came off of an assembly line, you can tell that the employees at Shelco love their job. These workers reflect their love with the quality of material and workmanship. Long term, I imagine it will be rare to find a Shelco Seat and Easy in repair shops or even junkyards. The Easy is built well. Seat and engine Easy is built well with quality parts, and that will show in the long run. 15.6 miles per gallon could be summed up as great. The model is one of the vehicles in the segment you want if you're looking to save money on fuel. In some sense, the Easy reminds us of an overproductive parent, one that wraps you in damage-proof force fields that prevent all interaction with the outside world. While the Seat and engine Easy isn't that safe, it is still quite comforting to know that nothing can hurt you. I was happy with the time I spent in the Easy. The car is truly magnificent. I think future generations will look back at the vehicle and say, I wish I owned one of those. It is absolutely one of the best sedan you can buy. It's an instant classic that will become the benchmark for the segment. Wow, that's very good. So we have a positive review, and it seems to be well reflected in the fact that our car is selling well. Are there any memos about it? Wow, we sold 2,000 Eternities last year. That's it? No, I'm just kidding. We'll take it. All right, so how are we going to correct our prices, though? What was the last? We missed 100 sales still, so we can increase the price a little bit more. Which makes sense. I mean, it's still lower than my Phaetons. Not really, huh? Now the Phaeton Easy is now... Well, we cut back on production quite a lot, so this one might actually need to get a price increase now, and I think we might just do that. I'm not sure where the break point is as far as like charging more for the car versus how much money we'll spend in storage, like how important it is to get them off the lot faster. But just to bolster that image of quality at Shell Corporation, I think I'll raise the price a little bit. Just see what happens. Alright, so we sold 300 and only produced 200, so it was a good idea to raise that price. We actually missed an extra sale on our TT. We made almost $500,000. We're really in the money now, and the sedan is actually doing much, much better than I expected. You know, you can only flood the market so much with the Phaeton. So I'm glad that I didn't believe it would happen, but the sedan is actually selling really well. So that's awesome. I'm very happy about that. As far as contracts go, we probably can look for other contracts too, because it's just fun to design things. Let's see if they have any vehicle engine ones. Oh, they do. And none of ours currently qualify. Ooh, we're so close. In fact, if we take the V8 110 and tune it, we can get to 112. Let's just see how much that would cost. Yeah, even a significant modification gets us all the way up to 117. I think we'll do a significant modification on this. And I want to rename it too. Can I do both things at the same time? Is this thing in anything? I don't think this... I'll refit old designs, 'cause I don't... Yeah, why not? Modify. And rename. What was it? Oh, God. Alright, 117. So I want to rename it to 117. Wait, can I rename it here? No, I guess not. Okay, 110. Let's rename it. It's okay. I need to view it one more time. What's the MPG now? 25. Okay, so 25. That's the that can't be right. I wasn't looking at the right car. There we go. 8. So it's still 8. 117? Damn it, I hope it is. I'm not going to look back again. We're going with it. This is now the 117. Okay, good. So you can still rename them. That's good. Whew. Okay, so that can actually be submitted for the contract then. Look at that. Submit our offer. We'd love to get it. I mean, it's even better, right? It's just got a significant upgrade, so yeah, let's do it. So that's vehicle engines, aircraft engines, probably a little early. Oh my! It qualifies for something else. What's the bid we want for this? I guess, I mean, I don't mind losing these contracts because this doesn't cost anything to submit to it. So I'm just going to choose something which I think would make a reasonable profit. Like maybe 2,000 per. No, I'd like to do, I mean, we're not going to win this contract. This is too high. But the thing is, for the fixed cost ones, they give you so much money for it. So like, okay. So a fixed cost would give us 2619. And we almost hit that with this thing. Okay, we don't. But if I call this 2200, it feels like a reasonable range. But we will never win this contract at 2200. I'll do 2150 because that, I mean, if we can't win with 2150, I mean, I just don't think we're going to make enough money. It's not even worth pulling a car off of the line to do this contract unless we make like 2150 or more. So this is the problem with the bid pricing. The bid pricing is never, like, look at this, 4,800 for this thing. Of course, I mean, it's 500 horsepower, so kind of reasonable that they will pay you a lot for it. Still, anyway, yeah, that's it. The best one, best example is this, 2,600. But the price that they probably expect me to charge for this, maybe something more around like 1,800, 1,700. It's just, yeah. Even though if they were to give you the price, it would be like something like 2,400. Okay, so ship engines, that's that. We can look at chassis. Did we not submit one for this? Yes, we are going to. Not yet, but soon. And no gearboxes. Okay, very good. Well, I see we're at 42 minutes. I think this was actually a fairly good episode. We're making money, making big money. The big money. Let's see it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. Okay, good. So I think we've got things kind of under control here. The Sedan, can just be increased even more in price. Let's do one more jump in price and then see what happens. Let's break the 3,000 mark, which we always wanted to break. And how are we doing as far as the EZ goes? We're still selling about 50% more than we're producing, which means the reserves are going to be coming down quickly. Probably going to increase the price just a smidge. Let me just go to 2550. I don't think this will, impact things very much. 7 months. Yeah, okay, so good thing I didn't go much more than that. We still sold more than we produced, which is what we need to do to get rid of the reserve, but not by much. And the Sedan looks like it's sitting right around 3,000, is a good place for it. The question now is, how are these looking in terms of the fatality? Yeah, 3527, 2920. They continue to just plummet. The 35 is actually not the best one on the market anymore. I suspect that they drop with rating, with age pretty significantly. Now, can we modify the TT and maybe make it a better vehicle? All I've done is pump very low amounts of these out to get the quality rating up as high as possible. But at some point, that's got to give. At some point, we just need to produce, more of them. And they're not meant to be a luxury vehicle. They're meant to be mass produced. We can see that they're actually negative now again. Let's it's just not that efficient. We have an entire factory line running one of these. And this was always just to get the quality up. How's the quality looking? Okay, it's over 34. I'm going to call this good enough. We're going to just say that at this point, we're ready to start producing 15. And really what we ought to do is just take all these offline, all these EZs off the line, and switch over to the TTs. We're going to lower the price a whole bunch. But we also can probably, before we even do that, I think we can modify it. The question I have is whether or not the modification counts as a new car. It might. Because we can modify the TT, make it a new generation. End production scrap and replace the old model. No, don't do that. Yeah, this is gonna, I think this is gonna end up being, yeah, this is not exactly what I wanted. So basically we kind of sat on this stupid car too long. I think basically we should not have done what I did. So let me cancel this. Yeah. Well, anyways, I mean, we're still making a lot of money. Whatever mistakes we're making, at least it's not killing us, and therefore not killing the series, so that's not a bad thing. Did have a negative cash flow, but that's probably because we're making so much money we had to pay taxes again, which I still think is a good thing. Anyway, we'll see you back for the next episode, where we'll hopefully get enough money to do something else exciting, hopefully win another contract. Those are always fun. Maybe we'll dive down a different path, maybe do a pickup truck or something. I don't know. Until then, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.